explain to the media in detail, beyond that notice that went out, what are the other 80 cases that has brought us to where we are today. Okay, so that is why we are here. We want to welcome the media as an institution. We are particularly proud today that we are in the midst of council members. For the benefit of our colleagues in the media, our board is called the council.
In anything you do, you must have a day that you would either retire or you just rest. And when that time comes, people must understand why it happened. Yesterday, somebody called and said to me, "Hey, Mr. Williams, there's one I don't sack Malam O." I said, "Oh, you don't sack Malam O. Malam O, my tenure at the end of March." I said, "No saka." You see, this man has been here for about 5 years. His initial contract. One thing we need to know is the job of the Station General here is a contract job. It is a job that comes from State House. I will call it a political appointee. But he actually went through some interviews. He applied for this job anyway. You see. And the duration of that job initially is 3 years. That ended at about 2020, 2021. But then we needed him further because of the midterm census. So he had 2 extra years added. And those 2 years will end by March 31. When somebody leaves an office, somebody has to come in. We don't have a vacuum at all. So, and because we needed some transition, we needed a small period when we have this smooth transition, State House decided to do the appointment 2 months before his departure. I just said to the person, I said, "Well, how can you dismiss somebody and tell him to stay on 2 more months? People who are dismissed are just sent away straight away." And that man's appointment takes effect as of 1st of April. So we did not dismiss Malam. He's a fine gentleman, he's a professional, he's somebody that you would want to work with. So you can't dismiss such a person. I mean, if you give me a job that I do very well, I don't think you will dismiss me. But if the time of the job has expired, I can move away. That is what has happened with this man. There is something else that I may want to prepare your minds with. And that is that he may not even leave this institution. He might just fit in into another area of work for us, so that we still stay as a family.
So at StartSL, when I started here, I started to observe, as the CEO, you are not the boss, by the way. You can't be the boss if you want to. You are not going to be able to do it alone. It's not possible. It is never possible. I was recruited at the time when there was a transition as well. Government was changing. As I told you, I applied. So there was always the time people were saying, this is Okasaka. But I'm here today. And that's why I'm even prouder to tell you that I have not been sacked by even this government. Anytime I ask for extension, this gentleman, this would write, he has a beautiful way to write. He would write a record. If I wanted to continue here, I would say, Mr. Man, can you write this and that? But do you know what would happen? I would block the chances of other Sierra Leoneans. Just imagine, I started back and I came as a CEO after a long time. And I came back to my country as a CEO of a national institution. Who can bless him as that. And I don't chop the salary for 5 good years. 5 good years I've been paid as a CEO in Sierra Leone with all the facilities. Come on. Why is it that I would not think about another Sierra Leonean taking from me to have that recognition, to be able to show that there are Sierra Leoneans who can do it, not only Malabo. Just imagine coming back home as if I was not too busy enough. I was asked to go and head Jala University. Just imagine. Okay? I headed Jala University, a big university in this country, and I headed StartSL at the same time, a big national institution. You can listen to what the minister said about my tenure at Jala, or you can ask friends what I did there. Just going 2 days a week, 2-3 days a week. But it was also because I had the backings behind here. I had a council, I had management that were working hard. So it is not just Malabo. When I went to Jala University and I introduced the concept of Bungology, it is still there. And I have said this before, probably not to this gathering, but the power of the deputy. Wherever you are, guys, if you are a journalist, you are the editor, you have a deputy editor, you have whatever, etc. The power of the deputy, don't ignore it. If you recognize your deputy, you as the head would have credit for doing very little. That's my big advice to everyone who will listen to me today. The power of the deputy. When I went to Jala University, why did I perform there? Because I had deputy vice chancellors. They were professors already. Then I looked, I said, but I'm OT, you can't work now like you know jackass, where you get professor when you're deputy. No way. All I wanted to do was, hey, Obi man, how is it going there? Do you have any challenge? What's it? Oh, come, let's talk. Oh, listen up. Yes. But I also even listen to the deputy. They'll come with their proposal, so this is what they want to do. So do you think this will work? Yes, you defend it. Go, man. Then I'll forget about you. Go to the other deputy vice chancellor of Go Campus. We'll discuss the same thing. Then I'm back here as if I was not there at all. The university was running. So if you have had a deputy like Andrew Johnny, who's been so loyal to me, would I always want him to say sir to me, SG to me, report to me all the time and all this? And he's also a grown-up man. Doesn't he have the chance? Because that is, I don't want to be here until I die and before someone else is put there. No, it is not Malabo. So that is the consideration. I really appreciate the country, those who are turning things around and saying, oh, the man has been sacked, this and that, oh, why they've dumped him. So they want me to continue to stay here. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Yes, I should appreciate you for wishing that I would stay longer and longer. But is it that I am the only one who can do it? No. Someone else should do it, and I have confidence, and this is exactly why I'm extremely happy and I feel blessed that this gentleman has been appointed Statistician General of StartSL. Let us give him a hand. For several reasons. I'm not even going to bother you with many of them. We initiated programs together. Some have been completed successfully, some are ongoing, and we still work on new ones. So, what do you expect? The guy has the knowledge, the guy participated, the guy was there. So I am really very grateful to council, and it should be made very clear that I recommended him as well to council. So if you say I was dumped, well, I dumped myself because I recommended my deputy to take my place. That should be clear to the country. I have dumped myself.
My dear brother Malambo, electors, members of the Fourth Estate, my brothers and sisters, I'm extremely delighted to stand in front of you to start thanking God Almighty for blessing me with this opportunity to be the Assistant General and CEO of SAT-SL. 3 decades of time is no small time. It's huge time, it's a very long time, lots of challenges. Not that because you don't have a prospect to be in other places. I'm a geospatial scientist, studied in one of the most celebrated universities in Europe. I came back, I should have had a job somewhere else, but because of patriotism and resilience and the determination to survive, to start from the rudiments of being a cartographer, where I sat on top of one of those high stools as a draftman, drawing the maps,
Yes.
drawing them in a very good way that has led into transformation into what we call the geographic information system today. I have risen through the ranks of this institution. I have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, extremely ugly. Having the heart of my type, I came with colleagues that none of them are here anymore. They left. And they told me, Andrew, we don't know where you derive the sort of patients you have today. And one just sent me a message from the States just now, telling me he's congratulating me and that patient pays. And that one of the lessons they are learning, he's now struggling in the States.
Yeah.
One of the lessons that they will learn, all that left, is the virtue of patience and waiting. Good things come to those who wait. It's divine. It's everywhere. When you wait, you'll be celebrated. And the good things you get. I waited this long, and here am I today. This village boy from Kangaon, not from Warima.
Not from Warima.
So it's been that went through all these terrible times, and I can tell you I have been going through a lot. Not until I met the chairman, this gentleman. Now let me come to him. Someone sent a message from a very high-ranking profile, and he showed me that message. And he was referring to him. He does not know which type of human being he is, that he's a real type of human being. Hard to find. And all what he is saying, I can tell you as a testimony to my children and to my wife as I'm a widower. It's all true. What he is saying is just true. He is just human. Just human. I have enjoyed the position of deputy. I wanted to stay there forever until I left. Because there's absolutely no difference between myself and this man. He almost left everything in my hands. When it comes to allowances we are earning now, those allowances, he told me, no, Andrew, we have to earn the same allowances. We send that to the government of Sierra Leone. When it comes to fare we are earning per week, we earn the same, get the same fare. When it comes for Achebe, that the same thing we get. I can tell you, I'm telling you that. By God. That sort of leverage human being you see telling me about humanity. I feel so sad when I hear all these things in social media about him and all these things. Say God is our witness, and for some of us who know. This is the man who wants the best thing for other people. To the extent, you see those black jeeps outside. Those very beautiful black jeeps. When they came and they were registered, the very day they came, about 4 or 5 months back, those beautiful jeeps, the one registered 001 for him. He told me he will not use it, he will reserve it for me. It's reserved up to the state.
Yes.
You can see it out there. It's back there and it's covered. He told me, DSG, I'll fight for you. And because I've packed that car for you, I'll fight for you until I make sure no one uses it except you. Today, madam, he made a big result. This is the man, you know, that is carrying all this burden in the social media because of me. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a unique institution with unique management styles. You have supported me and worked with me. I have almost had an easy ride ever since he came. Both of them are here to be the council members. Today, I stand with mixed feelings. That I'm here emotionally, that all of these people made this happen to me today as a statistician general. Having gone through this place for 29 years, and now here am I have realized my dream in being the head of the institution. That's what I dreamt, and that's what has happened to me because I waited, because I was patient. What I owe to His Excellency, who gave me the appointment, and to God and to all of these people, is to deliver on the aims and objectives of this institution. That is what I owe this country.
Thank you, sir.
I'm wanting the support for my directors, chairman, the council members, and of course for him. I don't want to even mention other things. You are going to see him soon. We are not going to start companies at all. God willing, in a capacity where He will even strengthen me more. I won't let him go. Are you going to let this social person go away from you?
No.
Certainly will not. Definitely, you have to do everything possible. He's always good with you to make sure He promotes you. Ladies and gentlemen, I can talk for the whole of this moment here. But I know I have more days to talk to you. I want you to accept me as your new SG. I want you to uphold me and strengthen me. On that note, I'm extremely grateful and thank you for coming today, and thank everyone here.
Who won the Congology?